Yes, they have a job, but once their boss has a realization, someone like you has stepped in, work is stopped and the games begin. There are people, right? Specifically chosen ones, right? We are a different type of breed. We're the type of person that, because of everything that we've been blessed with, when we get around people who aren't able to find happiness in their heart for other people, they tend to lose their mind and they lose control of themselves, and they tend to not be able to let you do what you need to do without their interference. They want to stop you from living your life. They want to get in the way, and they want to steal every moment of your time and attention to yourself. They want to steal your shine. They're in secret competition with you. And it's all because this person cannot find it within themselves to have love for another person. And I'm not talking about being somebody's best friend. I'm not talking about being something to someone that is cringy or corny. It's like, hey, I don't even know this person. Why would I care about this person's well-being? I don't mean on that level. It's just on a level of respect to where when you see people and you see them doing their thing, you can appreciate it from a point of you seeing it as something that doesn't hinder you, block your progress, stop your goal, stop your dream. But there are people who they're uptight. These people are uptight. They're not aware of how to manifest. They're not aware of how to get what they want. They have what's called one-itis. They think that if something that they like is gone, then that's the end all be all. That's just my personal opinion, but more or less for them, it's probably not that deep. Because that's just something a person could correct in their mind. More or less for them, it's the type of thing to where it's like it's a competition. They see people as property. They see things as being theirs. People, places, things, jobs. They feel you're stepping on their toes, encroaching on their territory. They feel intimidated by you, and they feel you're taking what's theirs. The fact that you're talking to a coworker longer than normal, you may be taking the time away from them to where they would talk to this coworker, or they would talk to this person. Maybe they're crazy as hell, batshit crazy, and they like that person, and they feel some type of way because you're talking to them or whatever. I don't know. Who knows what's ailing these people? All right, but from the looks of it, you could obviously tell there's something wrong with them, and they have a serious issue. And the sad part is when you step on the scene, and if there are other people in management that feel this way, if this person can convince the people that are higher up or other associates or staff members or co-workers that, you know what, we should treat this person a certain type of way, some people will be in on it. And it's just their pettiness and their awkwardness and their behavior that a person is left to deal with, because they stop working. You become the main focus of these tyrannical tyrant individuals, tyrant-minded individuals, and they gang up on you. It's called workplace mobbing. They select a person, they target a person, they bully a person, they make it so you don't want to go back to work. They make it so you have a different work experience than everybody else, and they make it so you hate your job. Nobody in their right mind is going to keep coming back to an environment that stresses them out more than they're supposed to be stressed out every day. If you do something every day, you got to get up out your house, you got to go to work, there's stress that comes with that. You're doing something that you know you may want to do, you may not want to do. It's a job. Jobs are stressful. That's common sense. Work is not meant to be easy, the work part of it. But when you have people who you're supposed to be associating yourself with as far as a job is concerned that want to make things harder for you specifically just because it's you, and you're trying to do your job, but they're too busy being offended by you. They're too busy worried about how you do your job. They're too busy worried about how you talk to people easily, how smooth you are with other staff members or employees, how cool of a person you are. A lot of these people are still stuck in high school. They have a high school beehive mindset mentality to where it's like you have to obey this chain of command. You have to worship the ground that we walk on. And I understand some people read 48 Laws of Power and things like that. I'm not going to play. I read 50 Cent's book, you know. I read the 50th Law of Power. I'm not concerning myself with all that and outshine and master and all this other stuff. That's like, to me, that's like walking on eggshells. If I'm the best and I'm good at what I do, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to get in anybody's way while I do it. And of course, you need to curtail certain things you do. And that is a helpful book, but I'm going to read that when the time comes, you know. I've already read it, number one, but that's a book where you have to read it over and over and over again. So it is what it is with that. But as far as dealing with these people, like, what are you going to pull out the book? You know, chapter 38 says. So it's like you have to use your discernment. You have to use common sense. You have to find strategies along with reading and everything else that helps. I just attacked this thing full circle. I wanted to know certain answers, and I wanted to know what I could do to help solve my problem. So when you have to deal with people like this at your job, and you have people who are constantly making things difficult for you, if you can stay there, if you can continue to deal with it, just keep ignoring these people. All right, they're the ones that are miserable. They're the ones that have a problem with you. They're the ones that are jealous of you. You're better than them. And it's difficult to have to be around people that you're better than, because they constantly will take it out on you. And depending on the type of person you are, you know, some people may view a person as not as strong, but until it happens to you, until you have to deal with it, until you got to face it, you really can't. I mean, you can, but I'm not concerned about what anybody has to say about a situation like this, because people know this is difficult. There are some people who can let things go, and then there are some people who want to take a life. You know, there are some people who want to, like, hurt people because they do this to them. If you're one of those people that wants to, like, yo, I could hurt you for what you did to me, you may not deal with these things as easy as everybody else. But it's like certain people, like myself, I just rather just leave and just walk away and find something else, or just create my own job. You know, if you can't find the right job, you'll either be led to the right job or you'll create your own job. So I'm always working my mind, and the fact that I'm always learning and studying, I'm going to end up being able to create something for myself. It's only a matter of time. So I'm just being focused. I'm just staying patient. Sometimes I have to, you know, I will have to move from a job to another job, and you may find yourself having to move from one job to another job. I'm tired of it. You know, I'm tired of working for other people. I'm tired of trying to fit in, not necessarily fit in, but I'm just tired of trying to think that jobs and things are going to work out when I keep facing the same demons and I keep facing the same people and the same attacks. And it gets tired. And I know there are other people who are out there, but it's, for me personally, like, it just gets tiring. And I think if I didn't move in with those people, I would have been able to keep dealing with it. But the fact that I had moved in with them and they came to the job, and then I was still going to have to see them afterwards, that made it weird. So avoid mixing in too much, right? If you're working with people, they want to help you outside of your job. If they're cool, let them help you. But be careful, because some people will help you to get in your business and then talk about your business at the job or gaslight you about it. So it's like you have to be careful with who you who you bring into your life, because you don't need too many things. You don't need your outside life mixed in with your work life and all these things, because people are controlling, and people are weird, and you never know what type of agenda they have up their sleeve for a person that's unsuspecting and that's not aware of what this person is trying to do. So if you can sense the air of, I can't trust these people, then just don't deal with them on any other level than what it is. And most of the time that's what you already do. But just as a targeted individual, and as somebody that is working at these jobs, you know, when you have to deal with constant pressure and constant stress like this, it could wear down on you. And stress makes people sick. And I know that I got sick because I was stressing from the pressure that I had to deal with at that job. And when you have to deal with multiple people, and it's like a whole bunch of people that you have to deal with, if it's a security job where I'm either by myself or I don't have to deal with rude, ignorant people, like the security jobs where it was just, I had to, like, I've had security jobs where I had to scan people in, and then after that, I don't see them anymore. So those jobs work pretty well. But whenever I have to see people or deal with people, it's like, I don't like assholes, and a lot of people that you have to deal with at work are assholes. So it's like that, like dealing with people like that, it puts me in a mode to where it's like I could fight a person. It puts me in a mode to where it's like I'm ready to fight you because you're trying to make me not be able to keep my job. You're trying to make it so it's harder for me to keep my job. Like I'm to the point where I'm ready to, like, somebody could get really hurt over trying to play with me and my next job. So, and I know I'm just not that type of person, because I'm not going to lose my freedom over a degenerate. I'm not going to lose my freedom over a fool. But it's like having to go out into the world and having to deal with so many fools. If I was a father and I knew that this is what awaited my child in the working world, I'd have, you know, probably set them up differently, probably taught them how to start a business, probably would have geared them into going into work for themselves. And the thing is, you'll have negative people. Well, if you work for yourself, you're still going to be working for the government. If you work for yourself, you're still going to have to deal with people. But it's a different dynamic. It's a difference between being in charge of yourself and your business as a corporate entity, or whatever you want to call it, versus having somebody that you have to deal with that low-key is prejudiced or just doesn't like you or hating on you because the girl that they've been trying to take out for 20 years likes you, and they still not giving the manager or whoever no play, and never will. That girl don't like you. She's allowed to like whoever the hell she wants. As soon as I catch a whiff of a female not liking me, I'm off. Turned off completely. Hey, she's cute. Ew. On to the next one. I stop pursuing right then and there. I'm no longer interested. I like who likes me. You don't like me, I'm cool with that. I don't, whatever. But these people are territorial. All right, these people are intimidated, they're threatened, and they feel that whatever they see, whatever they are in charge of, whatever's in front of them, they feel is theirs and they own it. So if you don't act the way they want you to act, if you don't move the way they want you to move, if you don't treat them like they're more important than you, how the hell are you supposed to treat somebody like they're more important than you, and they don't even treat you like you're important at all? Like, you try to show them respect, but they make it hard because they don't like the fact that you're a respectful person. They take that as, oh, this person thinks they're better than us. They're confident enough to speak to us with so much power and confidence. Who the hell they think they are? And that's why they have disdain for you. And that's why sometimes when you'll speak to them and they won't even say nothing to you, they'll just stand there and look at you. And it's like, okay, whatever. But I mean, they're the ones making it weird and awkward. They're the ones that are socially awkward. They're weird. You know, they don't know how to normally interact with people. They don't know how to hide the fact, you know what, hey, this person is better than me in certain areas. let me not hate on them and just appreciate the fact that this is somebody else getting their shine on in their own special and unique way. I don't got time. There's too many good things I like about myself to be, this person got this going for them, they got that going for them. She likes him because he's got a curl. She like him because his hair's straight. She like him because a little blonde there. She like him because of this, that. Like that, all that stuff is petty, man. That stuff is petty, and then people need help. They need help. As soon as you step on the premises, nobody has to work no more. It's like nobody got a job. That's why all that extra work be coming. Oh man, we got to stay later. You the only one with a life. Why we got to stay later? Because everybody's worried about you and spying on you, and they know you about to go live your life this weekend, and we ain't got nothing going on for ourselves except this job and talking about you. So we didn't do no work on purpose. So now everybody got to stay after, and we got to we got to meet the whatever number, because we ain't do nothing, because we know you gonna have the time of your life this weekend like you do every weekend. But we just sit around and talk about the other people, including you. So that's the only thing we have to look forward to, is a fucking group chat between all our sorry asses talking about somebody that is not concerned about us the least bit. And you know they be talking about us, and then you know they be talking about you in them group chats.
Look, so-and-so got on at work today. So-and-so's at work today. We're leaving. So-and-so's still at work.
You're at work and I just got off? Like their mind is so stupid.
You're at work and I just got off.
Somebody gotta, there's different hours for people to work. When you were working, I was off. But who cares? I gotta get money at some point, right? They're so negative, they try to spread it into other people. You can't get caught up in their negative. You can't get confused by their negativity. They'll have you confused about and stressing over stuff you gotta do normally. I'm just getting off. I'm just a couple days of that. You'll be like, man, if this person don't get the hell up out my face, I don't care about you getting off of work. You might even start coming in later. I remember one time I switched my schedule. I started coming in later. That I wasn't even there for that person to be negative to me. And the one time when you have to relieve people and they want to be a piece of work, come later. I bet you this person will start being nice to you the more you show up on time. I remember I did security. I had to relieve this one dude. He started being a jerk because he would leave before me. I'm going home. I started coming in late. He stopped doing that. Hey man, where are you at? Oh man, it's a little negative when I come in, and so I just like, people don't understand that when they're negative to you, it make you not want to come back. I was straight up. I said, bro, when I come into work, I'm trying to do my job and not pay attention to you, so I'm coming in late. I'm like, you could leave. I'm like 5 minutes away. So I don't know. But yeah, I started like waiting for him to leave. Like, see, when people can't be evil to you and play games with you, like, they want to be an evil asshole to you, and they want you to still be their friend on top of them being an evil asshole. That's how much of a control freak they are. They want to be an evil piece of work and still want to be able to have friends. They think they're hiding, or they think you're stupid. Like, how are you able to process stress and then still like a person that's stressing you out? That don't work. You can't process the stress of somebody that is purposefully attacking you and thinking you know what, we just gonna have this friendship anyway. They gonna like me and I'm just gonna be whoever, however, whatever to them. No. All right, so what I started doing was I would come to work, and like, when you relieve people, sometimes they're either cool or they're evil. They're either a fool. And the past few places where I worked at, where I had to relieve people, the girl was evil as hell and wicked and just nosy as all hell, trying to get every inch, ounce, bit, piece of information she could, and I didn't give her nothing. And because of that, she 25% halfway helped me and gave me the little bit of information that she could, so that way I could hardly even do the job right. And that's a form of discrimination right there, when you halfway help someone so they can't perform the job all the way. And they did that because, she had some prejudice issues. I wouldn't tell her my business. I see a lot of people who are narcissists, they're used to getting what they want. They're used to having their power structure in place for them, and them getting everything they want from people. People bowing down to them, people telling them all their business, people giving them everything that they want. I didn't give that girl nothing. And on top of that, I started standing outside until they walked out of the office. People don't like that. Narcissists do not like when their image is tainted because of you not liking them. And the reason why they're trying to control you is because you got power. And when someone like you takes their power back and you blatantly show these people that you don't like them, they have a problem with that. On top of wanting to treat you bad. So it's like they want to treat you bad, but they still want you. It's basically an abusive relationship. They want to be able to have this abusive, controlling relationship with you, their pet. You're supposed to just be their pet and just, come here, Sparky, sit, roll over, beg. Like you're supposed to obey their every command. And when you don't, then they feel that they have someone who's a troublemaker. Oh, you're not going to appease to our ego. That's what they need. They need ego appeasement. You're not going to just keep. You're not there to please them. It's not your job to please them or make them happy. It's not your job to entertain them. It's not your job to talk to them. It's not your job to be their friend. You don't owe them people a goddamn thing. Nothing. But they think they own you because they have this narcissistic slave master mentality. They think they're like, these narcissists think they own folks. They don't own a damn thing. Except a negative mindset and some hate in their blood. That's about it. And all their little trinkets they get from being a hater and running good people up out of the establishment. So I spend a lot of my time, not spend, but I use a lot of my time investing in myself, reading, educating myself, learning, so that way I'll be able to turn all my information into a business. I'll be able to eat off of all the effort that I put into myself, because that's the only honest way that I see me being able to provide for myself, is job hopping. And once I can't work at one place, I'll just have to find another place to work. And then in between time, I have to be creating businesses for myself and educating myself and working and learning how to do things on the side, so that way I can still continue to make money and provide for myself, because people are too wicked, man. And I'm not gonna act like that's not what's there, and these are the type of people that will say, oh, well, you can't keep a job. Oh, well, there's something wrong with you. Oh, well, you should get evaluated. Oh, well, here's this medicine. Oh, well, yeah, take this. Like, how are you supposed to take something that you don't need? How are you going to take something to solve a problem that ain't never going to solve the problem? Medicine is not going to make difficult, hater-ass, demonic, devilish people stop attacking you at your job. Medicine is not going to do that. It's going to turn you into a you're gonna be like the dude off Friday. Say no to drugs, kid. Or not Friday, Scary Movie. You're gonna be like the dude on Scary Movie. Druull all coming out your mouth. You're gonna be so numbed, you're not even gonna know what the hell's going on. And they probably would pay you to just sit there and watch you drool too. At least they wouldn't have to watch you in your prime or in your element, or outperform them just by breathing and coming to work every day. Education rules the nation. You have to become smart. You have to do things to put yourself in power. When you have people who are intimidated by you, and you haven't even became anything yet. You're destined for greatness when you have to deal with things like this, but you have to find something that's you. You may have to get 2 jobs, work one, and save every single check. You may have to work harder than everybody else. You may have to overwork yourself, and you're gonna have to ignore people. Why are you working so hard? It's just money. Like, yo, your ass doesn't have to go through what the hell I have to go through. Your ass is low radar. You're not getting attacked at your job just simply for being there. Of course I have to work 2 jobs. Of course I have to plan. Of course I have to work harder than the average man or person, because I have people that are coming after me and that want to see me with nothing. So I have to plan ahead so that way I can have something, just so I can have it damn near what they have or as much as them, or what the person is supposed to have. And then on top of that, people want to act like it's something wrong with you. There's nothing that's going that you can do to yourself that's going to cure or stop other people from being who they are, except for ignoring them. But you know, it became too much stress because I was dealing with the stress where I lived at. I could take the worst kind of stress at work as long as I could go to an environment afterwards to where I don't have to see that for another 16, 12, 10, however many hours. But when you're stressing in your home, your work environment, to come home to a stressful environment at where I was just living at, and on top of that, I knew those people at the job, so it was just going to be one big cycle of stress. Stressing out at where I lived at and stressing out at that job. Seeing them stressful people where I lived at, seeing them stressful people at that job. I was never going to get a break. And that's what they wanted to create for me, because they saw that I was peaceful. They saw that I was getting money. They saw that I was doing my thing, and they wanted to ruin that and destroy that. You cannot take help from people when you're on your way to success and you're doing your own thing. Don't take help from people. Don't put your situation in somebody else's hands. I didn't think that I was doing that because I thought everybody worked. I'm like, I'm not even gonna be here around these people. Turns out the dude didn't even work, and he was lazy as hell. Worked like 3 days a week. So that situation did not work out, man. And on top of that, like the staff members there, the people that worked there, it just turned into, I saw what it was going to turn into. So sometimes you have to be clairvoyant, sometimes you have to use discernment. And hey, look, when one door opens, when one door closes, another one opens. I have loosed my good. This is what it's called. It's called loosing your good. You can't get caught up on one spring, one brook, one well. If it dries up, oh well, go to hell. There's infinite possibilities, really. There's infinite opportunities, rather. We're not going to say possibilities. There's infinite opportunities. There is infinite possibilities, but this sounds better. For this particular situation, possibilities means that gives some room for it may happen, it may not happen. We know for sure that there's opportunities out there. When one door closes, another one opens. I don't care if you're on your 1,000,000th and 10th job, somebody will hire you. I don't care if God you put the idea in somebody's head to open a business today. You know what? I'm opening this business today. Let me just look around. Hey, you need a job? Something's gonna happen. Something good will come to you. You will find something that you can do, whether you're led to it or whether you're led to create it. You will end up with something that where you can take care of yourself, provide for yourself, and it'll all be you, and none of them evil ass demonic souls can come and tamper with it or try to destroy it. And even if they do, you'll be so set up to where like, okay, I can just take them to court. Okay, we got big money now. Let's file a lawsuit. Okay, let's take care of this way. Okay, we got big money. Let's hire an attorney. We got proof. We got camera footage. We got audio recording. Let's sue the pants off these people and make them think twice about disturbing good people that just trying to do good business. You gotta think. You gotta use your brain. You gotta plan ahead. They playing dirty out here. So you can't just get one job. You can't just have the luxury of, oh, you know what? I'm only gonna work 8 hours today and then I'm gonna chill. You may not be able to do that. You know what? I'm just gonna get a job and I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna go after the American dream like everybody. No, you gotta go after 1,000,000 American dreams. You gotta work as much as you can, because they're trying to stop you every chance they get. Only thing that can save some of us is by kicking it up a notch, turning up on our life, becoming somebody we never been, doing some things we never did, and going all at it, man, going balls to the wall, because If we can deal with all this pressure and take all this stuff and we're still here, then that means we most definitely, without a doubt, have a greater purpose. And you need to be pursuing that purpose fearlessly, because you need to be making some things happen for you. All right, so yo, everybody stay prayed up, stay positive, stay on your purpose, stay planning, and stay getting that paper. And I will see you all in the next video. If you support my channel, hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe, send a donation to my channel, so that way we can stay afloat. We can still continue to create awesome, amazing videos like this one. All right, so thank you all for your support thus far, for sharing this video, liking this video, subscribing, and commenting. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, love, and light. We out.